Good afternoon.
Oh my gosh, yes, it is. I'm all since the new year.
I'm just combobulated, to be. Hey, welcome to MPL Insider, everybody. I am Tim.
I am Emily.
And we're your hosts for today. And it is a spectacular show. But I have to tell you, we have a great lineup of guests for today. But also, this is the first time we've done this since November.
I know. I was just thinking to myself that I feel like I'm going to be a little rusty.
Oh, yeah. Actually, since October. Because November was going to be our last show, but we had to cancel the first time. So if we're a little rusty, please forgive us. But notice how our little gingerbread house is so in focus.
I know. Maybe if I got closer to it, it would.
Oh, there you go. That's an award-winning gingerbread house.
Yes,
that is.
It is. I would grab it. It's from the Up House.
The Up House. The Up House, which we won the MPL non-edible gingerbread house making contest because we are that awesome. So, welcome to the show, everyone. Like I said, we have a great lineup of guests. What I did want to tell everyone is if anyone has any questions or comments for our guests or us at any point during the show, just type them into the comment section on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll be all set. And so we're here in the new year. Emily, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No. I don't. Well, I'm really bad at committing to things, and
Does Luke know about that?
I mean, very, very committed to him, but
at least it's situationally correct.
I don't want to set myself up for failure, so I just don't make a New Year's resolution.
Okay, well, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also don't make any New Year's resolutions because, I'll just do things like, I don't know, somewhere between 15 and 18 years ago, I quit smoking.
Sure.
And a lot of people say they're going to quit smoking. Lord knows I probably said it a bunch of times too. But I kind of try and just balance my life out.
Yeah.
I like how much taller you look than me.
I do look much taller. My head still looks much smaller than yours.
Well, it's because quite literally you have a smaller head. I think. Anyhow, so should we just
let's dive right
into
next segment.
All right. So let me get to the right place and so we're talking about these things that are coming up at the library.
Yeah, a couple things.
Couple of cool programs. And, honestly, may I break the news about this?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Face the Flavor After Dark is a single elimination gustatory blind taste testing challenge. In other words, we slap a blindfold on people. Well, they slap them on themselves.
Yeah, you don't.
And then you have to taste a variety of foods, and you have to be able to identify it without seeing it, just purely on taste alone. Mm-hmm. And that is taking place on the 30th
of January.
At
6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m. at Petskull Brewing Company, LLC.
Yep, and it's for 21 or older.
21 and older. And just before coming on the air today, we found out that it is full.
Yep, the whole show's sold out.
The whole shebang is sold out.
But that doesn't mean we don't encourage anyone to not attend because... did I say that right? Okay.
Yep, we encourage. Well, it's a spectator sport.
Yeah. Yes, it is a spectator sport. So come heckle on your friends or strangers.
Heckle and root on your friends and strangers.
Yes, whichever.
Yeah. We're designing it to a certain degree to flow like the adult spelling bee, the Bruin bee. And that turned out to be such a fun event, and we anticipate exactly the same thing for this one. We can't wait to do it. The foods are being picked, and also even though the event is filled up, there are wait list spots. I would recommend getting on the wait list because you never know when something's going to pop up in someone's life. But there is no charge. Even on the wait list, you just have to indicate that you're 21 and older, and if you have any food allergies. Yeah, that is the long and the short of it. So that is coming up on the 30th of January, which is a Thursday evening. What time again, Emily?
6 to 8 p.m.
And where is that taking place?
Petskull Brewing
LLC?
Company, LLC.
Yes.
Yeah.
All those words in some order. We'll get you there. The second thing that we wanted to bring up today is
the 2025 winter reading program at MPL. It started on January 12th, goes till February 22nd. All we ask is that during that time frame, you read a total of 10 hours. Doesn't matter what you read, whether it's magazines, newspaper, books, audiobooks.
Newspapers?
I did say that.
Oh.
Thought I did at least.
I perhaps wasn't listening. Because did you mention you can be read too?
Yes. For, maybe you have kids who want to be a part of this, but they're not reading yet. So reading to them counts for their program. But it's open to all ages. It's free. Once you complete your 10 hours, you get a finishing prize and also a raffle ticket to try and win an awesome basket that we curated here at the library.
Yeah, and the baskets are really pretty awesome.
And the two ways you can participate, either you can download the Beanstack app on your phone and then search for our library, sign up, and you just track your reading that way. And then it lets you know when you're done and you can come in and pick up your prizes, or you can pick up a paper tracker at any of our service desks if you're not into doing the tracking on your phone. Yeah.
And also the baskets, which you said, there are separate baskets for the kids, for the teens and the adults. So, are the teen baskets located in youth services?
So there's one teen basket. Yep, upstairs in the youth department, as well as the, I think there's three or four youth baskets.
Okay.
And then there's three. And the youth baskets are also, they have them separated by age groups. So some might be more appropriate for 0 to 3 or something like that.
Okay.
And then so on. And then we have the 3 baskets for the adults downstairs in front of the main service desk.
Yep, they're right there. When you come in, you can't miss them. So this is a great companion to the summer reading program. And next week, for goodness sake, our high on Monday is supposed to be
1 degree.
Negative 1 degree.
Fun.
I say, why not just stay in and read?
Yeah.
And this runs through February 22nd.
Yep. So
there's still plenty of time for 10 hours. And, you get rewarded for reading.
Yeah. I mean, some people, they could read, 3-4 hours in a day. So.
Well, this is a really great segue, because I know someone who can read way more than 3 to 4 hours a day. It is quite a literal book demon. Who has sometimes hidden in the evergreen forest in December to be able to sign up for the summer reading program. And one time she actually was pressed up like a child against Willy Wonka's candy shop window in order to, this was also in November, to sign up for the summer reading program.
This is so much information.
I know, and it's all 100% true. And this is a person that I first met when I cast her in Grease as Sandy shortly after her birth. It was the youngest Sandy on record. And that person is none other than Tina Prigge.
Hi!
Hi!
I just want to say, relax. I am unarmed.
That is true. And, I have heard that you're all right now. So,
all right.
And even while that seems like a very tasteless joke, the first person I heard that joke from was you.
I should also tell you, I woke up 1 sock too many.
Aren't you going to show us your flexibility there? You showed us your arms. Are you ready to do a yogini pose?
I am not, but I am looking forward to someday hopefully getting back into yoga.
Oh,
and I was hoping that I'd have my new arm to show you guys today, but delivery is delayed till the end of January. So,
well, it would have been wonderful to, well, this will sound bad, but to break your arm, to be the first person to break the pictures of your arm. But so you're not just going to be all right for much longer, correct?
Well, I'll still be all right, but maybe bionically left.
Oh, that is going to be awesome. Did you splurge and get the flamethrower attachment?
I'm still working on that. The whole go gadget attachment assortment. Hammer.
I can't wait to see your wall of attachments. I mean,
Swap
just a
them out.
machete.
Actually, I was hoping maybe she'd have like a trench coat and she would just open it up and swap them out.
Ooh, well, that's for when she's traveling.
Kind of, doesn't like Go-Go Gadget have something like that?
Well,
Yeah.
Or Inspector
well,
Gadget, not Go-Go Gadget.
they were all internal with Inspector Gadget. They were just part of his body.
Oh, okay. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm thinking of someone with a trench coat and having, I don't know.
Well, he did
Like
wear
a
a
watch
trench coat.
dealer in New York City. I don't know.
A watch dealer, as they are called.
If you see me in a trench coat, you'll know what's going on. Right?
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm so happy that you talked about the winter reading program. I almost missed that. I've been trying to pay attention to the date, and for some reason, January 12th seemed like it was far in the future yet. And I realize now that we're already past it. So I need to get to signing up.
What the heck?
Based on what Tim said, it sounds like you could probably finish this in a day.
Yeah, it's true. I do love reading so much.
You'll be collecting your little, prize bag, right? If you sign up today, I expect to see you probably on Saturday.
The book that we're talking about, a couple of friends, is Remarkably Bright Creatures. Have you guys read that one?
No, I just heard about it. Yeah, I haven't read it.
Someone was just, I think actually one of our staff members just recommended it. We put a post on Facebook about like what their favorite reads were in 2024, and it might have even been Lisa D. Maybe I see her nodding her head.
She is nodding.
Yep. So she recommended that was her favorite read last year.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a great story. So if you need a recommendation to participate in the winter reading program, check that book out.
I'm really looking forward to reading James. Have you heard about?
Oh, yeah, it's on my bookshelf. Right about there.
Right about there. Well, have you finished it?
No, I have not. I'm about halfway through. It's a really good read.
When you're done, can I maybe borrow the book? Because I'm on hold and Margot at the library refuses to finish reading it. So I'm next, but Margot won't finish it. So,
now the race is on between me and Margot. Who's going to finish it first? Okay.
Well, if you see someone with their face pressed up against your living room window, it's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of full circle, I really have the great honor and pleasure of temporarily filling in on Tina's and her husband's show on WOMT. And
thank you for doing that.
Oh, no, I love it. And this morning we brought up Airplane is playing at the Mikado.
Oh, gosh.
I wanted to say, but we didn't have time. But thankfully, we don't have any time restrictions on our show because we don't have commercials. But the Kentucky Fried Theater, the Zucker brothers, who did Airplane, when they had their theater company in Madison and the movie they made, Kentucky Fried Movie, they did a parody of a Bruce Lee film called A Fistful of Yen. Was the name, and it's still very funny. It holds up really well. And the main bad guy in there has all the attachments that I'm talking about for you to get. None of this is original, just so you know, but I wanted to tell you that, when I heard about you getting the arm, I went right back to Kentucky Fried Movie and thought about the flamethrower. And there are some attachments that are not family friendly and that we can't bring up during this format. But I highly recommend it for you because it's really funny and it might give you some ideas for your trench coat.
I will check it out. And I'm just delighted I got to say to you live on air, surely you can't be serious.
and that I responded accordingly. Tina, what are the plans for you moving forward? I know that's a very broad question, and you certainly didn't dilly-dally. And I'm going to tell one more story because that's what I do, but I will never forget waking up early a Sunday morning about, 4 months ago, longer than that now, and getting a text from Jason. And the text said, we won't be able to do Coffee on the Coast this week. And this is one of the wonderful things that Tina has primarily hosted. You are such a booster for the library. You do so many phenomenal things to let the public know everything that's going on here. And there is absolutely no way we can repay it. It is just phenomenal. But I get this message from Jason, and I knew you guys had to cancel Coffee on the Coast that week because you were going on a motorcycle trip. And my first thought was, oh, they've decided to extend it. They're just having such a good time that they're going to just keep going. And then the next text came through, and everyone knows what happened. And I was just dumbfounded.
Yeah. And it was a great experience before the accident. I would have extended if we could, knowing what I know, we probably should have. But I do want to express my deep, deep gratitude to the community because I was in a coma for a number of days. I think 7, 8, something like that. I don't even know for sure because when you're in it, you don't know. And then I woke up and suddenly, was confronted with all of this information about this life change, completely immobilized, right, in a bed. Like, what? And I was despondent. I was like, this is my life now? Like, trying to get my mind around it. I was pretty down. And then after I was released from ICU and my family started telling me what the community was doing, I couldn't believe it. I was so uplifted. It like lit a spark of hope. And I thought, if they believe, I'm getting all teary. I'm like, if they believe that there's hope, then there's hope. Like, I need to listen to what my doctors are telling me. Like, maybe this doesn't have to be all end all. Like, it just helped me see this light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm just so grateful for that. Thank you, everybody.
Oh.
And see.
I wish you would have ended with a banana or something. Because or you pulling out a live lobster. But I'm not much of a crier, and you've got me really close. But I always assumed that you would make lemonade out of lemons. Just with the kind of person you are. But I can't imagine, the dark days before you opened your lemonade stand again,
Well, and it makes a difference. A number of my caregivers were impressed with the speed of my recovery. And they just kept saying, Tina, you're so positive. And, scientifically, there's no like medical proof for it. But to a person, they were like, that has something to do with how well this is going. Please keep it up. Please keep it up. Please keep it up.
Well, I feel like, like if you are able to get in the right mental space and, with you saying that you felt this like spark after the community, had this outpouring of support and stuff like that, that I feel like, when your brain is processing things better, you're handling it better in your brain, like it just, I think, does something to all the other pieces that need to come together too. If that makes sense.
Right. There was motivation. And you know what, though? I could not read. So for 2 months, I'm in a hospital bed thinking this should be the ideal time. I should have consumed 50 books. But because I had a concussion, my vision was a little screwy. Sure. And I was like, the injustice of it all. Not only am I already in this situation, I can't even read a book.
But did you start doing audiobooks?
I was just going to ask that.
Yes, I did. Thanks.
Because you're such an audiobook person too. In addition to reading.
Yeah. Thank God for Libby.
Do you? Libby, available at Manitowoc Public Library. Endorsed by Tina Prigge, Coolest Coast, registered trademark. Which I didn't even think of as a registered trademark until it showed up on your banner. Now I know. So I'm going to stop using it. Do not use it for nefarious purposes, okay? Uh-oh, there's the problem. It's been how I've been advertising it as Coolest Coast Nefarious Division. Is that wrong? But this is a dumb question, but when you were in the coma, is there anything that's going on? Just nothing? Nothing, which also surprised me, right? When I woke up and found out that I'd been in a coma that long, I'm like, what? There were no bright lights. There was nothing that
no dreams or
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So did it feel like 8 days or did it feel like nothing?
No. And it was weird because as I was coming out of things, I had no idea what happened, but they just start peppering you with questions like, do you know what your birthday is? Do you know what day today is? And I was still coming out of all the, painkillers and things that they had administered. I was 1776, and I could tell they didn't like my answer, but I couldn't figure out
There was
why.
nothing you could do.
You're like, you're a little wrong.
Did they ask you who you played in Greece? Because I sent that question to the hospital. I thought they were taking submissions.
Do you know what though? Some random dude tried to sneak into the hospital saying he was my family member. And fortunately, I was still in ICU at the time, so it was like higher security. And they're like, "No, dude, you're not on the list." And then they asked like my family. They're like, "No, we don't know this person." Isn't
Did you ever
that
find out
scary?
who it was?
Mm-mm.
Was it John who played Danny in Greece?
No, I don't think so.
Oddly enough, this is going to sound morbid, but it's not meant. The two people that I cast as Danny and Sandy in Greece back in the day have lost appendages, or
Wait.
he lost 3 fingers in a job accident.
What?
I haven't talked to him in years, but the last time I talked to him, he had lost 3 fingers. I think with a skill saw.
Oh my God, how's the rest of the Grease cast? I think you need to check in individually, Tim.
Well, I know.
What have you done? Are you sure it was really?
It's me. I'm sorry. I've decided to eliminate the Grease cast in a Scooby-Doo manner. And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling Prigge girl. I mean, I'm sorry, Salzman girl. Back in the day. So I was going to ask you, like, what was your first thought when you came out of it?
So I recall kind of coming out of it, and then I thought at first, there was like a tube and everything in my throat. I didn't know what it was, but I could feel something on my face, and everything just seemed so odd. I thought at first that I was in a virtual reality escape room. I thought, oh my God, this is an escape room and it's virtual reality. This must be like the newest cutting edge thing. I thought Jason is so cool. He doesn't even enjoy doing escape rooms, but he would do this for me on our little vacation. Oh, he's so cool, right? Because the nurses like had this weird like float in kind of vibe to them. And like when they would prick my finger to check my blood sugar, I couldn't feel the prick. It felt like it was, a pre-made video, like insert player here.
Wow.
And so at first I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, okay, how do I, what's the secret? How do I get out of the escape room?
How do I get the next clue?
Exactly. Then as I was looking around, I saw a huge unicorn balloon, a unicorn light, and a couple of unicorn stuffed animals. And I thought, oh, that's my brother, Tyler. Like that's our connection. That's pretty deep for a video game to have like programmed that in. So then I kind of started to question that whole theory. And then I thought, wait a second, is something wrong? And so my right hand, which was like kind of strapped down and there were IVs and things in it, I thought, oh crap, did I lose a finger? And so I was like trying to like count my fingers, but everything was so banged up and swollen, I could hardly move. And I kept losing count. I thought, oh my God, I lost a finger. And then it was like shift focus. Wait, what is happening over here? And everything was all numb. There was no feeling or anything, but I suddenly realized like, oh, this goes way deeper than I thought.
Yeah.
Wow. And especially it must have been odd when the unicorn turned out to be Lynn Christensen.
When it started singing a song, yeah.
What is going on here?
And then I can remember being so thirsty. All of the nurses like had left the room and I was like, I need water. And I couldn't reach the call button, right? Because like I couldn't move at all. I'm like, help, somebody, please. And I started going like, please, somebody have mercy, please. Like, I could see him passing in the hallway. But then someone pointed out to me later on, like, I had a tube in my throat, so I probably wasn't even speaking out loud, right? Like, but I thought I was. And so,
wow.
So many complications.
But your attitude about it is amazing. It didn't happen that long ago, and you're laughing about it. I mean, I'm
grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be alive.
I'm still a crybaby if I get a hangnail. Like from 10th grade, I remember getting this hangnail, and it really still bothers me, and I can't laugh about it.
Well, and I'm so thankful, you guys, to every single nurse and doctor and CNA that helped out. I mean, the work that they did was incredible. And I'm just grateful for everyone that goes into that profession or that's working in that profession. You make a huge difference. Do you want to know something funny though? the surgeon that saved my life, that like did the amputation. Do you know what his name was? Dr. Severance.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That is the only reason probably why he went into that field.
Well, yeah. What else was he going to do except fire people
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
give
say
them the severance pay?
That's funny because I just started watching a show called Severance.
Holy cow!
Oh.
Are we in the Matrix?
Maybe.
Wait, okay, look, the book right here is called Severance, but it's totally different than the show. It's not at all related to the show.
Okay.
I was
How do
hoping
you
the show
know?
was related.
How do you know this without looking behind you?
I'm looking on screen. I can see on my
Oh, sure. Sure, give a smart answer.
It's not a green screen.
I'm not smart.
my
I
background
just
software.
pretend to be smart. You know, that's a big difference.
Mhm.
So,
And you know, my
ahead.
anesthesiologist, you know what her name was? Dr. Blank.
oh,
What a weird last
are you sure we're just not in some? Are we possibly in your coma with you right
I-
now?
I'm starting
That's
to
what I'm
wonder.
thinking. Is there a way, like, can you pinch me, or how do we prove this? Because yeah, it's meta.
I think that goes against library rules. We're not allowed to pinch anybody.
Can you shush me?
No, we don't shush either.
No, I
Oh, well, Emily does. I've never shushed a single person. Well, at the library. Probably in real life I have.
I have like kindly like little kids or like maybe like young adults like being a little too loud here, you know. I try to not be like super like cranky old librarian about it.
My problem is I'm so loud. My sliding scale of what is loud is completely askew. Completely.
Yeah.
Like I feel I'm being real quiet now, and I don't know. I'm wearing headsets, so I might
No,
not
I
be.
can tell you before when I had my headphones off and you were talking, it was like, whoa.
Oh, Tim's loud. Tim's just loud all the time. So what's next for Tina Prigge
So I am,
besides lunch?
doing physical therapy every day, so I'm getting a little bit stronger so that I can, move around, right? So I'm not just always sitting in a wheelchair. I like to be able to hop to a couch or move around, right? That's important that I stay strong. And then the next thing is hopefully delivery of an arm, and then I'll have to learn how to use that. And then I'm also in the process of getting a leg. And I told the technician, I said, I really want to be able to go for a walk again. Like,
Yeah.
just sitting down all the time is I'm like in the fart zone of the world, right? Like
Yes.
I need to get out of the fart zone.
Totally.
And so I said, I just want to go for a walk on the beach or walk on the Ice Age Trail or the Mariners Trail. So please,
Yeah.
I need a leg that I can do that with.
Yeah.
Well, now the arm is coming soon. Is there any word on the leg?
The leg, hopefully early March.
Wow. Okay. That since February is the shortest month of the year, that's encouraging.
Right. I think so, especially if you consider the accident happened July 6th. And so to be within a year and to have those, I mean, I've seen stories of some amputees, they get theirs, within a month. So I have no idea how that healing process goes, but
Right.
So it was on both the left side? Both sides. Okay. Are you able to, because I just don't know, are you able to use like a crutch at all? Like
well, I could hold a crutch on this side,
yeah.
but I couldn't on the other side.
For sure. I didn't know if that was, I only think just because of my own personal experience, because literally almost exactly a year before your accident, I had my accident where I broke my leg and my wrist, and it was opposite. So I couldn't use crutches or walker because I couldn't. So like I kind of, just was curious. Like I was also in the fart zone for a very long time. I had to be in a wheelchair. So
Just so everybody knows, I'm constantly in the fart zone. Have been since I was about 4 years old.
I thought you meant in this office.
But no, that was weird, because like when I got the text from Jason, I had gotten a text from Emily a year earlier. And I figured before I opened it up, I'm like, this is going to be a text saying how I wish vacation wasn't over.
Yeah, because it was the last Sunday after 4th of July. It was July 9th.
And then I open it. She's like, I'm in the ER. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and Jason was conscious through the whole thing. So he saw the accident. He lived through the accident. I have no recollection of any of it. Nothing. So
I think that's
Probably
for the best.
yeah.
oh yeah, no, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because Jason and my poor family, they all had to live through. Well, we don't know if she's going to make it.
Yeah.
Next day, well, there's a 30% chance, but we really don't know. Okay, today there's a 40% chance, still unknown. Okay, today the chance is higher, but we don't know if she'll ever come out of the coma. And if she does, will she be herself? Will she be,
Yeah.
goofed in the head? Nobody
Or if
knew.
she stays in the coma, will she think she's on a internet talk show and talk about her surgeon and anesthesiologist with fun names? Oh God. Well, I have to tell you, I never doubted that you would pull through.
Thank you.
I don't know why it was, but I just was, I just judiciously asked Jason for updates. I didn't pester him because I knew there'd be a lot of pestering coming at him. But
somehow knowing that people cared, like just knowing that there was prayers and love and thoughts, it worked. Whatever you all are doing, it's working. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're just happy to have you on the show.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being a guest for us.
And you always look so dialed up online.
What?
And you tell me your secret is lip gloss.
It's not even, it's just tinted chapstick. It's Burt Bee's tinted chapstick because it's winter.
I've never used chapstick or Burt's Bees.
Oh gosh, those are like one of my essentials: chapstick and gum. If I don't have that on me at all times, I kind of panic.
Really?
Yeah.
I chew neither gum nor use chapstick.
I feel like once you start, it's like you can't. Like if you use chapstick once, then like you immediately notice chapped lips.
Yes.
I have enough things I lean into. I'm not going to start another one.
Yeah.
If it's going to go on forever, no, thank you, Tina. Unfortunately.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, guys.
We could talk all afternoon. I have no doubt. I mean, when we do the show in the morning, it's easy to talk to you. When we do Coolest Coast, it's always easy to talk to you.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And please, for the second time today, stop calling me Shirley.
Well, I have to go because I have to go sign up for the winter reading program.
Yay! An appearance and a plug all at the same time. Well, thank you so much for just being you, Tina. And thank you so much for everything you do for the library. And, I just I know it sounds a little, it's not my usual thing, but I'm just so glad you're around.
Thank you. Imagine my hands are folded in gratitude.
They're not? Because maybe I'm the one in the coalition hands. Hey. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Love you too. Well, that was fantastic.
I'm so glad that she was our guest.
Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart.
She is. And I'm glad she did. She didn't have anything to promote at all. It was just nice talking to her, and I loved hearing her stories.
Well, exactly. I mean, she's been such a positive kind of spokesperson almost for the library for so many years, and I feel like it was just good to have that connection with her again.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, she's the boosteriest booster.
Yes.
And but because people who also are coming on the show may have to actually do other things this afternoon, I think it's time to start.
Lisa says, oh no. Lisa says, hey, don't you be a little baby.
So if that wasn't adequately unsubtle, we are having a Lisa-Palooza.
Yes. So if we haven't explained this already, we have this abundance of people named Lisa who work at the library, and we've asked them all to come together for our insider episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, ready or not, here come the Lisas, and let's bring all the Lisas in. First off, I'll just go from left to right in no particular order. We have Lisa Glenn and Lisa Gotchel, who are sharing a little bit. We're going to make everything work, but that's okay. We're glad to have them here. Next to the Lisa stage is Lisa Devins-Horoho, who is moving. Therefore,
she's moving.
The interpretive dance portion comes a little bit later. Just a little bit. And last but certainly not least, Lisa Pike. So these are the many Lisas who work at Manitowoc Public Library, and we thought it would be fun to introduce all of them. And they work kind of like in every corner of
I was just going to say,
capacity
the
that you could
coolest
have
thing
at
is
the
that
library.
they all do something
we do.
almost completely different. You know, there might be a little bit of intersection here, but you know.
Oh yeah, there's always intersectionality
Yeah.
with everything at the library. But let's I'll start. I'll ask Lisa Pike. Lisa Pike, why don't you introduce yourself and talk about what you do at the library, and then any Lisa can jump in after Lisa Pike, but we'll start with Lisa Pike.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Pike. I'm the materials department librarian at Manitowoc, and I work on building our different collections, adults and children. And I also catalog a lot of what comes through so it gets to the shelf and is available for everybody to use.
Yay! Thank you, Lisa.
Next, Lisa. Don't be shy.
Oh, okay, I'll go. I'm Lisa Devins Horoho, and I work in the Public Service Department. I am associate in the Public Services Department, and I do programming for adults, and I'm also a notary.
And volunteer coordinator.
Yes!
Big chunk
Wow!
of
Yes, and yes, a volunteer coordinator.
And selective amnesia.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa Glenn, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Lisa Glenn. I work in materials management, and I'm a clerk back there. So we handle all the books. We're kind of like, I think of it like we're the air traffic controller of the books.
Ooh.
I like
And we
that.
send them out. They come in, we check them in, we send them to the hold shelf, we put them back on the shelf, or we send them to other libraries. So books are always coming and going. So
I like the
I love
traffic.
yes, that was a really I like that a lot.
Have any books burst into flame if they crash together?
This is the no stress version.
All right, cool. Next. So you almost weren't on that strike that happened. Fair enough.
All right.
And Lisa Gotchel.
Hi, I'm Lisa Gotchel. I'm a library assistant. I work at the front desk, so we just deal with anything. Everyone comes in the doors. We greet the community, books, library cards, and all that. And then also like technology, anything back like faxes, printing, helping on the computers, and reference questions. So basically, we're just like the front lines of the library.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for being here today.
So the follow-up question is, what do you do when you're not at the library? What do you do for fun, frolic, and to distract yourself, especially if you have the stress of being an air traffic controller? What do you do?
Yeah, we'll just start with Lisa Pike again.
We'll start with Lisa Pike and go around. Same order.
Okay. Well, for some people that may have watched the Halloween episode of What You Watching, I am a big horror buff. I like reading horror books and watching horror movies. But I do have some other hobbies too. I like to watercolor paint, and I like to do embroidery. So when I'm not reading.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Oh,
Lisa.
me.
Yeah.
I am also a big horror movie fan, but just a movie and theater fan in general. I really like to work out. I do that a lot, and cook. And I do have a New Year's resolution.
Which is?
I did dry January.
Ooh.
And I say did.
Congratulations.
Well,
As you know, January. Am I right?
Well,
Am I right, everyone?
I mean, how many days are in January? Like 75, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought it was
Like that, right?
Doesn't January last till May? How's that even supposed to do that?
Mhm.
For goodness sake. Well, congratulations for rejoining the rest of us.
Yes, yes.
Lisa Glenn.
I teach ballet, so I teach dance. I also do yoga, and I didn't know Lisa Pike liked to watercolor because I do too. So I'm learning something about my fellow Lisas here.
Perhaps we should have a watercolor class.
That would be fun.
I'm just saying, always thinking that could be.
Well, especially for like adults, because I
Yeah.
feel like the kids always get the fun artsy classes.
Yeah.
Like the adults
Oh,
want
definitely
me
for
too,
adults.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we'll start.
Anyway, we'll stop kibitzing about what programs we should do. Lisa Gotchel, what do you do away from the library?
Well, I'm working on writing. I enjoy writing, so I work on writing on the side, trying to write like something like a Judy Blume type writing, for that age group. And I just ordered off Etsy a watercolor cozy little thing to do. So we should do that. We should have like a watercolor night. And Lisa D, you have to join us.
Lisa D, why aren't you already watercoloring?
Because I am challenged in the arts and crafts department.
I
I
understand.
could try.
I created, like, my wife and I just celebrated our 35th anniversary, and we were dating for 5 years before that. At some point in the 5 years of dating, I created a watercolor card for her. And that was the one time I painted watercolor. And it was, a card, just card size. It took me approximately 95 days to paint. But it looked pretty okay. But it took me forever. That I won't divulge, because it is just a little too gooby to share with the world. All right, it was a flamingo toy. It was a flamingo stuffed animal that she had that would look like it was sleeping on a pillow.
That's cute.
Right? That's too cute. Look at this beard. Look at this guy. Come on. I have a rep to protect.
I know. We never knew this about you, Tim.
I know. Well, that was like 38 years ago. So.
You were a youngin', right?
Well, once upon a time I was. Not so much anymore. But so, do you have a question?
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, I do. Lisa, I'll let you guess which Lisa I'm asking.
Oh dear. Okay.
Lisa, do you find that it is that people just believe that you're responsible for getting books on the shelves as far as new books, and that being in materials management, it's so much more than that? Or do you think people? He's talking to me. or do you think that people have become a bit savvy to the fact that libraries and materials are more than books, or are they still? Do you think they're still married to the books?
That's a tough question, Tim.
I didn't say coming on the show was going to be easy.
I think it depends on kind of like what generation you're from, truthfully, a little bit, and how you grew up. If you came to the library when you were a kid, or if you didn't, or, and if you continue to use it, as a teenager, as an adult yourself with your family, I think that feeds a lot into it. But I think people are starting to get a little bit more aware of a lot of the other great things that we offer. We have books in many different formats, not just print. We have audiobooks, and we, have the Libby app with Overdrive that, you can put things on hold and get things that are available now for digital items. We're adding new collections all the time too.
I was just going to say, Lisa, do you want to? Feel free to say no if you don't feel like we're ready yet. But did you want to share any info or a little tidbit about a new collection that's going to be coming?
Yes, sure. I would love to. So beginning of last year, it's actually been a year, I think officially now, we started adding little MP3 players called Playaways, which are self-contained audiobooks for the youth collection. And this year, we're starting an adult collection of those.
Nice.
We actually have one.
As circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
Danielle
go.
Steele. I have to get it out of the blur here, but this is one of the ones we're going to be adding. It's a Danielle Steele title for adults, and this is the little player here. It's about the size of a deck of cards, and
That's cool.
you know, you can hook it up to an external speaker, listen to it with earbuds, but it's great. You can put it in your pocket, walk around, which I think Lisa D would enjoy. No, you could, you know, listen to it when you're in the garden, you know, whatever, you know. So we're going to be adding, I think it's about 60 to 70 of those different adult titles. They're going to be fiction and nonfiction, and a nice
Cool.
selection of things. There's going to be some classics, you know, there's different Jane Austen ones. There's some of the new popular titles from last year. So we're going to try that out and see how it goes. And hopefully that will continue to grow.
Yeah. What do you know, like what the ETA is? Like, you don't have to be specific, but like, do you have an idea of when?
I would like you to be specific.
patrons.
We're hoping in the beginning of February, we're going to roll them out.
Nice.
So,
Cool.
so
Awesome.
we should have a display right downstairs, hopefully towards like where the new stuff is, so people can see them when they come in. We're going to try to have one available at the front desk so people can look at it and ask questions.
Sure.
So, and there should be a short video eventually coming about talking about them a little bit more and how to use it and all that good stuff too.
Awesome.
Very cool. Don't be terribly surprised when we ask you to be on the show again in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I come to expect these things from you.
You have, yeah. Yeah, it's not like I haven't pestered you about things before. So what, Lisa G? I'll let you guess which Lisa G I'm talking to. What is the most difficult part of being a clerk?
Gee, that's a hard question too.
I'm here to ask the tough questions. All the easy questions went to Tina.
Gosh. We're on our feet the whole shift. You know, we're standing, walking. We have a machine in the back room called automated materials handler. It's like a conveyor belt. Some people call it the roller coaster because it goes up and down. And so we walk around that a lot. And it's just a lot of walking, but that's also good for you too, though. So it's okay. It's
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask a general question for everyone, and I just wanted to know what is your favorite part of your job? Because
Yeah.
I feel like this is a big part about getting to know our staff and stuff like that. So what is it that you really enjoy about your job?
Well, for myself, just being at the front desk, my favorite part is just all the people. And I think that makes sense for any of us when we're on the desk, like just that interaction with our patrons, getting to know them. We have a lot of people who are regulars, just getting to know them, know about their families, what they like to share with us. I mean, that is everything. So I just think if I can encourage someone, people come in like really down, gone through some hard times, and they'll share it with you in that very brief moment. And it's like, it just feels really good to be able to lend a, listening ear and encourage them. And then hopefully, then when they leave, they just feel better about their day.
Absolutely. I would have to 100% agree with that for myself too.
And that's the thing that really surprised me, because I didn't expect that we would be helping people so much during the day, but just listening, that we do a lot of that. And you can tell that it makes a difference when the person leaves. And that makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you've done a good thing.
Oh yeah. I think, you think of a lot of people traditionally think of the library as, like just books, which is why like our tagline is literally so much more than books. Because you get so many different walks of life at the library, and people can exist at the library and we don't question it. It's just, it's a place where anyone can exist. And so I think you get to talk to a lot of different people, and you get such a perspective on other people's lives.
Yeah.
Lisa Pike, what's the favorite part of your job? Besides me asking you to do things.
I would say I really enjoy seeing what's going to be coming out in advance when picking things for different, collections, and I like seeing what people like to read, what our public is looking for. And I don't know, I feel a satisfaction just like them in serving the customer. And I don't know. I think it's one of these things that there's so many different books, and there's a book for every person. And there are books that'll speak to certain people that don't speak to others. And they're just so impactful. And I just love being a part of that.
Absolutely.
Is that someone calling you to get a book?
That's unfortunately my office mate's phone, but
Tony.
Tony's a popular guy.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah. I've talked to him. I understand.
Yeah.
that.
I mean, he's been on our show, like 25 times?
He was on absolutely every show last year. He was on 10 out of 10 shows.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But yeah, he's our other notary, so I'm guessing it might be something to do with that.
Oh, it could be. Yeah. And Lisa, Glenn, what's your favorite part of work?
It's probably kind of seeing, so I see all the books that are returned, so I kind of see what people are reading too, like what's the vibe going on out there in the world. Like it's sometimes funny, like if there's, an unfortunate event, like a celebrity passes away, all of a sudden all their material is getting checked out. So you can almost know what's going on without the news in a way. Like, so it's kind of cool to see what people are reading, what are they doing, what are they into.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like when I sometimes, like on Monday nights when I work and it's quiet, I'll like just walk along the holds, and I'm always looking for like new cookbooks. So I'm always like,
what's good out there?
Yeah. Maybe this just accidentally got checked out.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone sees Margot today, tell her to finish up the book so I can. Please, I'm begging. Lisa D. Do people appreciate your interpretive dance when you're behind the desk?
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I have great fun. This is another thing I have fun doing. I have fun imitating certain patrons when I come back upstairs after being down at the desk. I enjoy that a lot.
Do you want to give us a sample of either an impersonation or an interpretive dance?
She's like, notable.
No, Tim.
No.
All right, fair enough. I'm not going to push it,
Well, I mean,
unless you really want to.
Lisa's so funny though, because like, she'll have someone who comes in and tells her this like crazy story, and Lisa will come upstairs and she's like, let me just share this with you. And it's always,
I am a crazy magnet though. Like they're just people just, yeah. There's a crazy person. They're going to hone in. They're going to be right here.
Does anyone besides me expect you to jump over the desk like a howler monkey ever?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So before we get to the next actual thing, which is, I guess you would segment that we're going to do, either at the library, I leave it open to you, at the library or in your personal life, what's the next big thing that you're looking forward to? Either at work or at play.
Lisa D, our Judy Bloom did book.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm forgetful today. We're doing a Judy Bloom book club for adults.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked four different books from different categories, and we're just gonna sit and discuss them. And so yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun because, like, I feel like she had a big impact on a lot of us, at least from our generation, not to age us or anything, but like that was such a popular thing at that time when we were growing up in adolescence, pre-adolescence and stuff. So we're going to move through and start with her youth books onto like middle, little older, an adult book, and then like maybe her biography or whatever. And so we're going to do that opposite months of our book discussion month. So
Cool.
Fun fact, I grew up where Judy Bloom grew up, in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
I didn't know she was a Jersey girl.
Yes, she was. And the adult book we're reading is all about Elizabeth, New Jersey, and the plane crashes. There were 3 separate plane crashes when Newark Airport first opened, and that book is about that.
Wild.
Oh.
Very cool.
So
I was
when
shocked.
Sorry,
I
I
was
was, gonna say that's another kind of commonality. I don't know if it's the four of us, but three of us all lived in New Jersey at one point,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I visited.
You visited.
Oh, you
Yeah.
visited.
Yeah.
Either live there or almost kind of live there.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, when you visited, what was your favorite thing about Jersey?
All the traffic.
all the traffic.
Everyone loves the traffic. That's why I find it. I lived out in Jersey as well, and I dearly loved it. I really, I don't know, the vibe of Jersey and all the great Italian food.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
Great
lived
gas.
next to New Jersey for a little bit.
Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Lisa, have you ever lived on the East Coast?
Me, Lisa, yes.
I'm sorry, Lisa Glenn.
Lisa Glenn.
Yes.
Lisa really doesn't help. I'm
I
sorry.
grew up in Virginia, so I say
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a little sometimes, if I do we do the closing announcements that clerks do, and sometimes, especially when I first started, people would say, "Where are you from?" Yeah.
Before we get too off topic, I just wanted to ask, because we were talking about the Adult Judy Blume Book Club. When is the first date?
February. It's the third Thursday in February.
The 20th?
The 20th.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
I like that you said it like you knew it for sure. Without a doubt, it's the 20th of February.
I think this, ooh, yes, okay. We got to get to our next segment.
Well, Lisa Pike, what are you looking
Oh,
forward
I'm
to?
sorry, Lisa.
Oh, that's fine. I'm looking forward towards the rollout of the adult playaways and how that collection grows over the year.
For sure, because the children's collection, got so popular. So
We have
it'll be interesting.
about 80 to 100 titles now in the
Nice.
children's. We've
Yeah.
added 3-4 times since the initial, and they're constantly out. So
That's
we have
great.
Harry Potter now on them, just so people know.
Okay.
Oh, very cool. All right. So without further ado, let's just move on to... So it is trivia time. Now, you may all interact with each other.
You can work as a
You can work as a team.
This
There-
always makes me really nervous.
It's okay.
What are the top 4 things that make you really nervous in life?
Oh,
Public speaking.
this, and this.
Christmas?
Christmas?
Did you say Christmas?
No, I said this, and this.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Christmas, trivia, Easter, and trivia.
Yeah. Not so much Easter.
No, I mean, it's kind of a low-stress holiday.
Yeah.
So we have 5 trivias.
5 trivia.
5 trivia questions, all with the theme of Lisa.
Lisa
Oh,
is
geez.
the theme.
Okay.
So, like I said, you guys work as a team.
Work as a team.
So just belt out the answer if you know it, and the points will.
Will
you know-
accumulate if you get the majority of them right. So if you get 3 correct, you will win a valuable prize.
Is it candy?
You're going to have to win.
Did you
You're
ever
going to have to win to find out. Miss Jump Aheader.
I know, right?
All right, do an
All right,
interpretive
it's a
dance
Okay.
as a punishment. Let's see an interpretive dance quick, Lisa. Perfect.
Very good.
We're going to save that clip and we're going to make it viral. All right. So, do you want to go first? Okay. Number 1. What is the name of the movie that starred Julia Roberts, was released in the U.S. in 2003,
Oh,
and had the tagline, "In a world that told them how to think, she showed them how to live"? Lisa Pike.
Mona Lisa Smile.
That is correct.
Correct.
That is correct.
All right.
One you got.
Next question is: Lisa Lopez was 1/3 of a successful all-girl musical group from 1991 until 2002. What was the name of the group? Lisa
Pike.
I believe it's TLC.
That is correct.
Sorry, that's my generation. So,
Yes,
Well, you know,
anyways.
but also, I think you saved Lisa D from having a petite Maltese. So, all right. So far, Lisa Pike is carrying the team to victory with 2 answers. Plus, you do trivia, correct? I'm not.
Yes, I'm a fairly regular trivia player, so I'm a little bit of a ringer.
And she's awesome at Jeopardy too. She's so good at Jeopardy.
Oh, well, I wish we could do Jeopardy, but we just don't have the technology, at least yet. But anyway, number 3, and you only have to get one of the next 3 to win the valuable prize. What reptile completes this Lisa's name in from Saved by the Bell?
Oh, I didn't watch that show.
I know it, but I'm going to let you guys think about it.
I never watched Saved by the Bell. I don't know.
Turtle.
Lisa Pike?
All right. Yep.
Lisa Turtle is correct. So these next 2 are just for yucks because you already won the valuable prize,
Yay!
which is cool.
All
So
right. So, bonus question, I guess.
Lisa Pike is not allowed to answer either of
Oh
these.
gosh.
You can go.
Okay. Lisa Simpson, who is the daughter of Marge and Homer Simpson, plays what instrument in her junior high school band?
I think, is it the saxophone?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yay!
Wow. Just one smart bunch of Lisas. And the last one is, who played the role of Lisa in the television series Home Improvement?
Oh, I know this.
Yes, Lisa, gotcha.
Pamela Anderson?
That is correct.
Wow!
5 out of 5. And your prize, spoiled by Lisa Devon's Horror, is candy. So stop by the office. Some of them have a slightly larger Hershey bar, and some of them have 2 small Hershey bars.
So we'll let you guys fight over them.
Well, as you get to the office after the show, you get to pick one. So, more importantly than anything, all right, I know you guys probably thought you would get out of here on that, but that wouldn't be true because now this is really for all 4 of you to answer separately.
So we'll just we'll go in the order that we were doing before. So Lisa Pike, Lisa Devons, Lisa Glenn, Lisa Gottschall. So these are just personal questions, just fun things, fun facts about yourself that, we can just share with the world.
Yeah, so that people get to know the real Lisas even more.
So first question is, what is your favorite soup?
French onion.
Lobster bisque.
Ooh.
I have to say French onion too.
And chicken noodle.
All right.
All good soups.
Yep.
All very good soups. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would that one song be? Not that it needs to be played continuously, but like when you want to listen to a song, this would be the one song you would go to.
And it might be funnier if you just say the first song that pops to your head.
You can't always get what you want by the Rolling Stones because I associate that with growing up and fun times with my parents. So, yeah.
Cool.
I would say Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper.
Nice. Nice.
Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol.
That is a great song, and people never bring that up. I really
reminds me
love
of
that
Grey's
song.
Anatomy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't watch I listen to it away from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy by that. Well, maybe not. I don't know. When the guy got vaporized, that's when I stopped watching.
No, season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lisa Gottschall.
Well, my first thought was Andrea Bocelli, and then I just went with the prayer that he sings a duet with Celine Dion.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that one.
Great choices. All.
Yes, great answers. All right. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh.
I had this really great mentor and I was going through a very difficult time in my life. And she said to me, Lisa, when you're angry, you miss the lesson. And that's always stayed with me because the point was, if you just get so clouded in your head with anger about what's happening and not look at it clearly, you miss how to fix the situation. And I changed the way I look at things all the time.
Oh,
And
like
that's how I became a teacher.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think mine I actually got from, surprisingly enough, a library conference. It's create the pause so you can respond.
Oh,
Nice.
And that can apply to many things.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
basically not jump into things before you have had a moment to stop and think about it.
Mhm.
Cool.
Another good one.
True.
A lot of pressure on the
Oh.
Lisa's G.
I think I've got one. So mine is in this moment, all is well. So it just helps if you're trying to like be in the moment, and if you're dealing with like any kind of anxiety or thinking about worrying about things that are going to happen other times or places, it kind of centers you. So in this moment, all is well.
I like that. I should remember that for myself.
Cool. Lisa Gotcha.
This is a really hard question. I mean, I had several things going through my head. And of all the weird ones that's sticking with me is the slow is steady, steady is fast. And that's like our motto here at the library. And I'm going to say why that applies to me specifically. I tend to emotionally react to everything immediately. And I just try to fix things immediately. Like even if it's a plug, like I'll do it really fast. And I have learned over the years not to do that by mistakes I have created doing that even. But just in general, to calm down, get my thoughts about me, and then react to a situation. And I just
That's because we're Libras. Our birthdays are a day apart.
yes,
What?
that's true.
I'm the second and she's the third.
Yeah.
What are the other two Lisa signs?
Aquarius.
Lisa, your sound cut out for some reason. Let me see if I did that inadvertently.
Sorry, I didn't take my mute off. I'm
Oh, okay.
a Virgo. September
Okay.
birthday.
Oh, that wasn't the next question, by the way.
Okay.
But the next question is perhaps somewhat easier than the last one. What is your favorite book?
I've got mine. I'll just holler it out. Wuthering
Go ahead.
Heights. Wuthering
Wuthering Heights?
Yeah.
Good one. Don't apologize.
Well, I know because I always go with the classics too, and I love like Charlotte Bronte and like Jane Eyre
All of those.
and Jane Austen, anything Jane Austen.
Yeah.
But maybe Northanger Abbey is actually one of my favorites by her. It's really cute.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm torn because I was the person who talked about remarkably bright creatures because that just hit my heart. But one of the books that I always go back to is Silence of the Lambs. And I talked about this before. It just hits it's scary and the characters are well thought out. And it's just, I love it.
Awesome.
I would say probably two. I also go for the classics. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite classics. One of my more modern ones that I would say is one of my favorites is The Row by Cormac McCarthy.
So such a fun, happy time book.
He's just such a great writer.
I love that book, even though it is unrelentingly depressing.
It's not necessarily even, the content of this. Like, don't get me wrong, it's kind of in my realm of like stories that I like to read.
Yeah.
It's dystopic, but it's just, he's such a good writer. And it's just, I read it during college in a writing class, and if you're a writer, read it.
It's beautiful. His writing is beautiful.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal writer. I agree. Okay, now this is the last question for you, and perhaps it is the most important of the questions.
And there is a right or wrong answer.
There is a right or wrong answer. Yes.
Depending on who you're asking. If you were stranded on a desert island forever with no hope of rescue, who would you rather be stuck with or eat? Emily or Tim?
The eat part is new.
I know. I did add that in.
That's a new
Yeah,
part.
a lot of people answer that. They say Tim because you would feed more.
I don't think I did.
Gosh, that's hard.
Oh my God.
You have to answer. You can't leave the show.
Tim would keep us laughing, and Emily's like another girl, so I would probably pick Emily because it's like girl power kind of thing, you know.
Oh boy.
Leave the cannibalism out of it.
Yeah. Cannibalism
I would
aside.
pick him, but I feel like we'd have a lot of things to be able to talk about. We like
Yay.
movies, we like theater,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
So I would go with Tim in that respect.
Thank you, Lisa Pike.
I think that I get along well with Emily, and it would be a really easy keel life. I think it would be exciting with Tim because we'd probably end up fighting about something.
That's very true.
I hope so.
That is
That
true.
is very true. Yeah.
Lying down the center of the island, that's your side. That's your side.
Stay on your side of the island, Lisa Devon's Hole. Climb up your tree howler, monkey. It's spider
actually
monkey,
wanted
I
to
know,
do
but
it.
howler monkey.
Spider monkey!
It's like a spider monkey, darn it. And Lisa Glenn.
Probably Emily for the girl power and the chill and the, I don't want arguments or anything.
Well,
So I'm gonna do it.
I'm just really happy that nobody chose me because they would turn me into candles. That's come up before.
That was an option.
I was like,
Who
wow.
was that said that?
Darlene, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't remember. It was a while ago, but it's
Yeah.
like, it's either I take
Yeah,
Tim because eventually he'd die and I'd eat him, or eventually he'd die and I'd turn him into candles.
Yeah.
I think I'd want to be the more optimistic and be like, hopefully a ship will go by.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Lisa Pike. You're not turning me into lunch meat or a light
I
sauce.
like that you and I both have, we were split down the middle. Like,
Yeah.
this was nice. It felt good. Now
It
we don't
felt
have to.
You should have had the
Thank you.
Lisas on a long time
No,
ago.
what was our, well, we tried.
We did. In fact, they tried. And that's
it.
that is our show. And as always, we aim for an hour and we never make it.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on and being such wonderful guests.
Yes,
I mean,
thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
have a good rest of your day.
Thanks for having us.
See you around the library. Bye. Well, that was a hoot.
That was. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, that was great. And-
I was curious how it would go with so many guests.
oh yeah.
But that was pretty good.
That was pretty. Yeah, that was fun. They were
Yeah.
all fun to talk.
I'd have the Lisas on again.
I would have the Lisas on in a heartbeat.
Mhm.
I think they might need to rest up. I'm surprised no one's here for candy yet. Maybe they're being
I was gonna
respectful.
say they might be waiting outside the door until
They
you
might be.
open
We
the
don't know our
blinds
shade
and-
is down.
yeah.
What if they're up there pressed against the window,
I mean, that'd be great.
like Tina Prigge trying to sign up for the winter reading program summer reading program in November? We
Yeah.
did get 2 comments, and this was during. Unfortunately, I didn't see them till after she was gone, but this was when Tina was on. Catherine said, "It is so good to see you. You are so loved." I'm pretty sure that
She's talking about Tina.
it's Tina. It may be the
How could
Lisas
she not
too.
be?
Well, there's only one
I
cupcake.
think that came through. Yeah, 12:33. That came through.
Oh, right at the end. Yep.
Yeah. That's
And,
wonderful.
and also, we have another comment from Kelly. Thank you. I've never met you 3, but it was an uplifting time.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
I mean, that's great. That's great. And yeah, but I have to say, just period, all our guests were absolutely fantastic
they
today.
were a lot of fun.
And if you're going to be rusty, like we were coming back, because October was our last show.
Yeah.
What a great group to have on.
Oh
because-
yeah, that was. I feel like I'm gonna have really high expectations. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't ever have high
You've set
expectations.
the bar
for
pretty high in
anything because it's just,
2025.
this is a goofy show, so
Yeah. Goofy.
know.
And the Lisas made us look good.
they did. Thank you, Lisas.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisas. And so I guess that's it for this month. We'll be back next month.
Yes,
February?
February 20th, we will be having 2 MPLers, Olivia and Lynn, and we're probably going to talk a little bit about. They've been kind of teaming up together to do like some cricket classes in the Idea Box. Lynn's got a lot of great family activity nights coming up, so should be good because I don't think we've never had Olivia on.
Now, we had on Lynn a long
Yeah,
time
and
ago.
Lynn is always a riot, so yeah.
Chances are there will be a ukulele song.
Don't say that yet because she might back out then. We like to spring it on her last minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's not going to be a ukulele jam. Unless
Yes.
Olivia takes up
Yes.
ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wouldn't that be something if she did because of that? Never know. That's why you got to tune into Insider. You never know what background you're going to get. You never know what guests you're going to get.
Yep.
Or if they're going to play ukulele or not. So thank you for joining us today. It was a real pleasure. And have a great day, everyone. Happy January. Welcome to 2025. Bye. See you next time.